Hey everybody, it's Rob the Backyard Gardener, and we got to harvest some sweet potatoes today. That's right everyone, it's time to harvest the sweet potatoes. It was actually time more than 10 days ago, but we've had so much rain. First it was hot and I wanted to wait for it to cool down. Then it's been raining like crazy. So today is not the most ideal day to do it because we had a huge thunderstorm the last couple of days. The ground's pretty wet, but I checked the forecast. It's gonna be wet for the next week. And at the end of the day, I gotta get these sweet potatoes out of the ground. They're already starting to bulge. They're probably gonna get some scabbing if I don't get them out. And I've noticed we had a little bit of pest damage on a few of them. So, with that being said, the first order of business is I need to go ahead and chop all the vines down. I'll be saving some of the leaves, but as you can see here, a lot of the leaves have damage on them. Pretty much most of them. So there's probably not gonna be too many that I can save, but there's a lot of new green foliage that has grown since all the thunderstorms have hit. So I'll save some of them and fry those up for myself. In the meantime, we're gonna make a big old pile of the leaves, and I missed all the mosquitoes, crazy mosquitoes, but I do have bug off on me, so I should be okay, hopefully. Anyway, we'll go ahead, cut the tops off, and I'll bring you back in, and we'll get a bird's eye view of the ground to see how many of these sweet potatoes are sticking out. All right, everyone. We've got the tops, for the most part, chopped away. That's what we got there, a big pile of sweet potato vines. Thought this would be a good time to go ahead and show you something in case you didn't know. Everywhere the sweet potato vine touches something moist, or more specifically the soil, it starts to send out more roots. And if you look throughout all of these nodes, you can clearly see the sheer number of roots that this vine was sending down. And so my point is, it's too late in the season to worry about keeping these roots or these vines buried to produce more potatoes. But if it's early enough in the season, as your sweet potato vine starts vining out, if you have the space, it is a good idea to go ahead and bury some of the vines, toss some dirt on it, let it set some more roots, and more sweet potatoes will come out of some of those roots. So you can actually get a bigger yield that way. Now, we're gonna have some of that happening. I was taking a look here, and you can see the sheer number of sweet potatoes kind of peeking out at us, and we'll get more further into that here in a second. But you also can see spots where it was barely just taking off, and so we're gonna have some of these littler sweet potatoes. They'll still eat fine. I'm fine with those. And then also, obviously, when I was pulling out a lot of the vines, I did pull some sweet potatoes up inadvertently, and I even found some like this. Like I said, I know we had some damage, so we've lost some sweet potatoes to a couple of different pests. I haven't seen a lot of mice out here anymore, but this bed, when I removed all of the brush, is laden with potato bugs or sow bugs. There's a reason why they call them potato bugs, for a reason. They love getting your potatoes when they're ripe. So you can see here, we've got several potato tops peeking up. I must have broke these off while I was pulling the vines, but I'm expecting a pretty good harvest here. We've got lots and lots and lots of sweet potatoes. Here's a nice example of a vine that had just started. So we've got 3 littler ones there. We've got some back there. We've got one laying sideways over here. And then got a couple of bad boys way over here. And I didn't plant past this stick. So all these are from its vining. And I'm sure we probably even have some down here amongst the basil. So really curious to see what we got, which I will record a lot of the digging with you and try to keep this video as short as possible, but still give you an idea of what I'm running into. All right, guys, we're gonna start on the small side. And I say the small side because I did not plant any sweet potatoes to the left of this. So I figured we'd come down in here. Sorry about that. I was so excited about the potatoes, I forgot to film. These are from the extra vines. So whatever I get on this side is bonus. So here's a couple of sweet potatoes already. And let's see what else we got down here. Right amongst the pineapple roots. Yeah, this is gonna be probably a fairly large potato harvest, I would imagine. We used twice as much space this year as we did last year. So here's a couple more for you. That's pretty good sweet potatoes. Let me slide this over here, and we'll just keep following up this this area. Oh gosh, that's another nice one right here. Look at this guy. That is a nice one. We do have some back here. We got a little tiny pack right here, and this is what I was talking about earlier, where the vine set late in the season, and so it gave us some smalls. But like I said, we don't really need that one. Like I said, we'll let it vine and do its thing and get more. Here's another nice one back here. Good old baseball size. And continuing on, we'll move over here. I don't think anything vined over here, so I don't, could be wrong. Oh, we got, that's the damaged one, which we'll just toss back over there for something else to eat. See how these came out. A little one there, a little one there, a little bit bigger one there, and a small one there. So that's where we had another vine that had set down. All right, well, let's grab this handful that's coming out right here. Again, a bunch of smalls, and again, these are probably where the vine just sent out another set of roots, and we've got more that came out. And potato bugs did a number on that one as well. A couple of casualties. I don't mind casualties when we've got some pretty nice ones. This one's actually doesn't feel that healthy, to tell you the truth. I probably won't eat this one. It has a little bit of discoloration. So we'll probably end up tossing it back. Feels like something may have just started to get to it. Yeah, I'm not a fan. We'll put it down over there as a discard. But we will take these pieces right here. And we'll continue looking for sweet potatoes. Oh, here's one. Not too bad. A couple more odd shaped ones. They'll eat fine. All right, we got a nice size one right here. Holy moly. That is a giant. Gotta like it. And this, I would imagine, came from one of the main plants, one of the main slips that I planted, which is why A, it's closer to the surface, B, they're bigger, and C, they're a little bit discolored. Holy cow, yeah. Look at that. Beautiful. They just keep coming up. Wow. Some monsters. Wow. This is going to be a large harvest, guys. And I still see lots of surface finds from when I was pulling the potatoes up, or I was pulling the vines up. All right, you can see what it's looking like, and we're only about 6 feet in, and we still got 12 feet to go. So I'm gonna pause for a while, get both gloves on so I can expedite some of this, and I'll bring you back in a little bit. Well, I pretty much removed probably 90% of the potatoes out of the ground. I will need to take my garden fork and just make sure I didn't leave any down there, since I do not want to be growing sweet potatoes over here next year. I grossly underestimated the box that I would need. The next step for me is to hose these down just a little bit, just run water over them so I can inspect the skins a little bit for any damage, see which ones I need to go ahead and expedite eating on. Sweet potatoes you can eat straight out of the ground, but it's best to cure them. And so I have a video on how I cure them, which I'll post a link above right here if you want to check that out after the video. I'll also link that at the end of the video so you can click on it when this video is over. What I'm going to do now is rinse all these off, give you a look at them in their bin. We'll get them a weigh up, see how much pounds I got. I would imagine this is probably 35 pounds or so, could be more, maybe 40 pounds. And I'm going to put them in a bag, which will help cure them over the next 3 to 7 days. We'll just give them a nice spraying off individually as well. And then I'll stick them in this bag, which is actually a cooler bag. We'll zip it up, we'll put them in the pantry, and we'll give them 3 to 5 days, check on them, add a little moisture if we need to, since it's not 100% humidity, but it could be close. And then we'll check on them again 3 to 5 days after that. Let me go ahead and get them rinsed off, and then we'll weigh that bag. Well, there you have it. That is a big bag. And the final step is to take this scale. We'll turn it on. Good thing the sun just came out. And we'll get this bag weighed up. Let me zip it up and we'll do a live weigh-in. Alright guys, scale's at 0. I didn't tear the bag as far as making sure it's zeroed out with the bag, but I believe the bag's about half a pound. I got 43.2 pounds. So 43.2 pounds. The way I look at it is the bag probably weighs half a pound. So we'll call it 43 pounds in probably 12 to 14 feet of planting space. Probably 12 feet of planting space, plus it vined out. So it used almost a full 18 feet technically, but I only planted it out at 12 feet. I'll take it. All right, guys, like I said, 43 pounds of sweet potatoes. We'll take that all day. Sun just came out, so it feels fantastic. But the last step is that I'm going to go ahead and cure the potatoes. I'm going to leave them inside that bag because it acts like a mini greenhouse, keeps it humid and warm in there. And I'll be putting that in my pantry to go ahead and finalize the process. If you have any questions on how to cure sweet potatoes, remember at the end of this video, I'll link another video that I explain the process more in detail. Hopefully you enjoyed the sweet potato harvest with me. It was my best ever. We're getting a little smarter on how to grow sweet potatoes here in Texas. This is Rob the Backyard Gardener signing out. Happy gardening, and thanks for watching.